And now it's time for the fastest growing sports show on the internet today, JD's Rockin' Sports.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen, here at the ivetx.com studios here in beautiful, freezing cold Scottsdale, Arizona. We're such wusses, man. We're all in here in our sweatshirts and jackets and stuff. Meanwhile, everybody up north in the real cold is just laughing at us, just praying that they can get the warmth that we have. Yeah, we're wusses. Don't be a wussy. But yeah, it's the first show of the 2015 season. I didn't get arrested over the holidays, and which is always good. So, but we got a lot to talk about today. We got some UFC. We got some Bellator to talk today. We've got special guests in the studio, LaRue Burley, who's just now coming in. We've got the NFL playoffs. We've got college playoffs. We've got playoffs. We've got Brent needs his mic turned on. Brent, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How about yourself, JD?
I'm doing really, really good, man. I hope your holiday went well.
Yeah, I mean, I did not get arrested either, so we're already off to a good start for 2015.
It's always a plus. Now, Joel, I heard, did get arrested for indecent exposure
Again?
at the Suns game.
Again?
It's like the third time.
Dude, you got to stop streaking across the floor. I don't know if anybody's told you this, but you really don't have the body for it, and just don't do that anymore.
Well, you haven't seen me naked yet.
Well, they keep putting the big black strip over it every time they do it on TV.
Don't let the belly fool you.
Oh my God, this has gone on way too long. How was your holiday, Joel?
It was good, man. Went up to Wyoming, and you want to talk cold? That was cold.
Yeah.
What
was the temperature?
When I left, it was like 11 or something.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
that's insane, man. And as always, behind the camera, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Aaron Davis. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
How was your holiday, man?
Not long enough.
Did you get everything that you wanted for Christmas?
No, actually. I didn't get a lot, no.
Well, the Tampa Bay didn't make the playoffs, unfortunately. I know that was one on your list. Speaking of not making the playoffs in the NFC, you know, we'll touch on that later. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio, Mr. LaRue Burley. LaRue, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Not too bad. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. How's the recovery going?
Good. I'm back to.
You're 100%?
Yeah.
Outstanding. So you're already training again?
Yeah.
Do you have a fight?
No, my coaches are shooting for April.
April? Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
Hopefully I have something lined up for then.
Dude, I can't wait, man. Undefeated, 5-0. Man, how does that feel to say I'm undefeated, man?
It feels good, man. It does feel good. I'm not gonna lie and say it doesn't, but I'm saying with being undefeated comes a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges.
Doesn't it all opens up a little bit more opportunity though, right?
Sometimes it does. Well, now that I'm going to different organizations and coming to fight, but like if I was to fight locally, nah, wouldn't nobody want to fight me.
Well, because we all know you here, man. I don't want to fight you. Get my ass kicked. But so you're healed up. You're ready to go. You're back in the gym. I noticed you're actually drinking an energy drink today. Usually you come in here with like a protein bar and a protein shake. So
yeah, usually catch me them in camp. So I cut back on them. Actually, I don't even drink them that much anymore. I used to drink them like
me
every day, but this is like the first one I had in like 2 weeks.
Does it feel different?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I think I got used to the flavor. I just like to drink them because of the taste. I don't drink soda, so I just drink for the taste. But I got to the point where I was like, man, I gotta stop drinking these so much. Because like, if I drink one of these and I don't drink a gallon of water, I'll cramp up by the end of the day.
Really?
Yeah, doing nothing. If I yawn, I'll cramp up. So I started cutting back on them.
Yeah, I gotta drink. I do drink one a day, but I drink like 5 of these a day.
Yeah, so I'm saying like if I don't drink a gallon of water, I'll cramp up. If I go like spar or wrestle or something, I'm locking up left and right.
Yeah, you got to be very careful in your field doing all that stuff, always being active, and because you guys burn so much in just a short period of time with the energy, man. I mean, it's
unreal because my little brother, he wants to be a fighter now, and he's a little out of shape. He's not much out of shape, but he's out of shape. And I'm saying he smokes things and stuff like that. We'll say, but he came in and he just did
air quotes.
He just did just like a little training, like conditioning test that we like me and my like other brother, my best friend that fights with me, that we do. And he was dead tired, ready to throw up. I'm like, this is like light workout. This
how old is he?
Camp. He's 25.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, this is like the beginning of my camp. Like right here, I'm like, we're wrestling and sparring, and then I'll go do this later. Or this ain't even like the tough part of my camp. This is like the beginning. And he's like, yeah, I gotta stop. I'm gonna do. I'm like, all right, you thought it was a joke before. He's like, I can do it. I wrestled in high school. I'm like, all right, man. Look, can't tell you nothing. Different. I'm like, come in the cage with me 5 minutes and you'll figure it out. Yeah, he went and did that. He's like, oh, I can't do it. I can't breathe. I'm like,
5-minute rounds, man.
I'm telling you, man.
What's the longest fight that you've ever been in? How many rounds?
I've been in all. I went all 3 rounds, all 15 minutes with Cliff Wright, and let me see, the first one, Kelly Oshaw. We went, I went all 3 rounds.
Wow, that's insane, dude. That's insane. I couldn't imagine being in that shape. I mean, when I was in the Army, I was running like 10-minute 2 miles, which was good for me. I'm not that in shape. It's not even close to where he's at right now. It's not. It's so weird, the differences, because I actually did like a 1-day camp when I was in the Army, and it smoked me bad. It did. And this is somebody I used to do over 100 push-ups. I could do over 100 sit-ups. I could run my 2 miles like nobody's business. But when you get in and you start using all these other muscles that you're not used to using, it burns you out quick, man.
Oh, you're telling me. I felt the same way after I brushed my teeth this morning, and I was just like, I was like, whoa, let's sit down and take 5 minutes before I drive to the studio because I want to cramp up around myself.
Oh, man.
But like, I mean, I remember back in my high school days, like when I was playing baseball and football, I had to be in shape, and I was when I needed it.
Right. Now, so Joe, what do we have for the card tonight? There's a big fight tonight. Big fight tonight.
Huge.
Joe, what's the card look like for tonight? Let's start from the bottom let's work up to the main event. What do we have for the card tonight? Who are we looking at, and who do you think is gonna go on that? LaRue, you can jump in whenever you want on each fight.
Well, the very first fight on the main card is Hector Lombard versus Josh Berkman. I think Berkman's been out of the UFC for a few years now.
So this is his return fight.
Yeah, he lost 3 in a row. Then the UFC released him, and so now he's coming back. And Hector Lombard is the number 6 ranked welterweight, and so it's going to be a tough test for Berkman. Lombard, he's long and lanky, and he, I think Lombard's going to beat him.
Okay, LaRue, real quick, and you guys know me. I jump off topic all the time. You're in Bellator.
No.
You're not in Bellator. Okay, so where are you at now?
Nowhere yet.
Nowhere yet. Okay, so if UFC offers you a contract, you're gone. You're in.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it that you're doing, or what is it that you need to do to get your name out there to get you a fight?
Right now, my coaches and his management and everybody's trying to get me to go to RFA because they want me to go to UFC, and RFA is the farm league for UFC.
Okay, all right.
So they want me to go there, and UFC said they want me, I guess, but they want me because my division is so stacked. They at least got to be 7-0, which isn't hard for me.
So you got a couple more fights. You'll be there before the end of the year.
If everything goes right, I could be.
Okay, all right. I do got to say, man, because I was at your last fight. I was sitting ringside, and there were so many times where, I mean, because I forgot who you fought. Who was your last opponent?
Raymond Pena.
Pena, thank you. And he kept trying to get you on the ground, and everybody that was talking around me was like, "Oh, if he gets him on the ground, he's done. He's not a ground fighter." And I'm like, he can get out of pretty much anything. So we're going back and forth, and every time he tried to get you on the ground, you get up, you do a cage crawl or something to reverse it and get up. Or I remember one time you were standing up and he just had like a hold of just one of your legs, and you were just trying to get him off you. But why is it that that people are saying that your ground game is limited? Why do you think? Is it because they just don't know you, or?
I think it's because I came more from a street background, so I like to stand and fight. So when they take me down, because I was never a wrestler, and I keep getting these wrestlers, so they can take me down because they wrestled their whole life. I'm not a wrestler, but so nobody's ever seen what I can do on the ground, and I never ever shown what I can do on the ground. I just like, okay, I'll just get back up, because that's the one thing. Like it's comedy to me when you take me down.
Right.
Like even my coaches say, well, anybody's ever seen me fight or wrestle or scrimmage, I mean not scrimmage, spar, they'll tell you like you're not gonna be able to, you can't hold him down if he doesn't want to be held down.
You cannot keep this guy
I think
down.
it's comedy, because like that's the one thing I worked on when I came into to MMA is okay, say a good to work on my defense. I learned how to get out of a triangle before I learned how to put somebody in a triangle. I learned how to get out of an arm bar, because like if I'm not gonna be 100% on offense, I'm gonna be better on defense, so I can get out and get back to my feet.
Okay.
So I took one step at a time. I wanted to focus, get better at my stand-up game, then transition to everything else. So
you won that fight with a guillotine.
Yeah,
that was beautiful.
It wasn't, because I didn't. I wanted to knock him out so bad.
I know, but I mean,
I took it because if you seen at first, I kind of started to let go, and I was like, oh, whatever. And honestly, I think me, between us, whoever's listening, I don't care if he is. I think he knows too. He is looking for a way out because he knew he was in trouble.
Because he couldn't do anything. His game plan was failing over and over and over again, which is why when you put him in the guillotine, I was like, yeah, because that's like, that'll show him. Stop trying to get him down and actually box the man. You know what I'm saying? So, and so when you got him, I mean, I was the first person to say that. As soon as you had him up, before you even took him to the ground, I stood up. I was like, yeah. And the reporters, we're not supposed to do that, but I did it anyway. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to stay down and report on stuff and take pictures from our seats. I jumped out of my seat. I was like, yeah. And everybody was looking at me. I was like, done. That's it.
Yeah. That's what like my game now is. I've been focused on like I'll scramble with guys on the ground. Like I was sparring yesterday, and coach was like, "Get up." I'm like, "I'm not." I just started working on. I'm just more trying to evolve my game to so I can become more dangerous in recognizing and transitioning into those submissions. And like I sparred with dude one yesterday, and I put him like 3 or 4 submissions.
Yeah,
off the ground, just scrambling around. And, got him here, got him there, got him there. And that's what I'm trying to work on. So that way. When I get to UFC, wrestlers will be like, well, you know what?
Who are these people that are stupid enough to say, yeah, I'll spar with you? You know what I'm saying? Seriously.
We're all training partners, and we all try to get each other better.
Okay, so it's other people within your organization that
my team. Yeah, we spar. Yeah, not trying, but
I'm not getting in the ring with you, man. Hell no.
I'd have to be like well compensated. Then like you're gonna have like the best
I'd have
health
to be
plan.
well drunk in order to.
Well,
to
I mean,
some of my best fights are when I'm drunk because I don't feel half the punches. So everything's just numb anyway. So anyway, but yeah, man. So it was a great fight. I can't wait for you to fight again, and hopefully it will be here. You know, it'll be an event here or nearby here, so we can drive. Maybe Vegas. You know,
it'd be lovely if I can get to US and get to Vegas.
Yeah. I don't even need an excuse to go to Vegas. I'll go in general. But yeah, if he's fighting out there, that makes it even better.
I'll be in Vegas at the end of the month. So. But yeah, man, I mean, anytime you have anything to where you want to promote or anything, you know that we got your back. So, I mean, I used to hate coaching against you in football, and now I absolutely love it. I'm like one of your biggest fans. So, you know, if there's anything that we can do to help you out, you know, help you raise money or anything like that, man, we're on it. Absolutely. So
appreciate it.
Joe, what's next on the card?
We have a flyweight match between Kyoji Hiraguchi versus Louis Gaudernaut.
That's a great name.
Yeah, I just flunked that spelling bee. Well, so what's the records?
Horiguchi is 14-1, and Gaudernaut, however you pronounce that last name, is 7-3.
Okay. Now, when you hear records like 14-1 and 7-3 and stuff like that, it doesn't mean that they're all at that same level. So it could be at different levels, right? It's just they count them up from your pro level. They consider everything the pro level.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So this may be his biggest fight. It may be his hardest competition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't go by record when you're trying to figure out who's going to win this thing.
A lot of analysts. I've never seen Horiguchi fight personally.
Me neither.
but he is ranked number 11, and a lot of analysts are saying that he could be the next to challenge Demetrius Johnson for the title. But Johnson's
Johnson
he's in a league of his own. I mean, he
is very well.
Yeah,
he's well rounded.
Yeah, he's knocked people out. He's submitted a lot of people.
He just had a match like 2-3 weeks ago, something like that.
He fought a couple months ago.
Yeah, has it been that? Damn, this time flies by.
The last big pay-per-view was Robbie Lawler versus Johnny Hendricks and Anthony Pettis and Gilbert Melendez.
Right. Who do you have on that fight?
I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna go with Horiguchi. I guess I'll go with the favorite in that.
I think I'm gonna watch tonight over at Twin Peaks.
Okay.
I think I might go there. Oh, wait a minute. There's football on again tonight, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a lot of football on.
Scratch that. We'll get to football in a minute. We'll get to football in a minute. What's the next card? Let's go ahead and breeze through these real quick.
All right. We have Brad Tavares versus Nate Marquardt. Marquardt's been in there forever. He's 36-13 and 2 draws, and Tavares is 12-4. I mean, every fight that I've seen with Marquardt, he's just been killed. So I'm going to go with Tavares on this. He's a next up and comer. I think in that division.
This one is going to be a good matchup. Nate Marquardt's lost his last 2. I think Brad Tavares has lost his last 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to go 0-3, you're pretty much fighting for your job right now. So, I think this one is going to be a banger. I think somebody's going to get knocked out.
Yeah, I think.
And I would say it might be Marquardt because his chin has been kind of. I like him, big fan, but I like Brad as well. But Marquardt lately, his chin hasn't been looking too sturdy lately.
Yeah,
I think it's
kind of what happens.
He needs to chew some old gum or something.
If Marquardt can get him down on the ground, I think that's how he'll win because I don't think Tavares is as good on the ground as he is on his feet.
Yeah.
So Tavares stays up. If it's just a straight out fight, then I think Tavares will have a better chance. But if he gets on the ground, he's not that good. So the main card, Jones and Cormier. Now I saw this. When they try to promote it, everybody's seen this by now on all the previews they're doing it. When they butted heads during the promo, and then they just started fighting.
Yeah,
and it looked like Jones just dominated him during that fight. But
yeah, nice little.
You got to take into consideration. You got 12 people between you trying to pull everybody apart.
Yeah,
anything can happen. You could go to throw a punch or push him back, and you step on somebody else's foot or somebody's grabbing your leg. So
now Cormier is undefeated.
Cormier is 15-0.
He is undefeated. Big size difference here.
Yeah,
huge
size difference. But again, I think if Cormier has a chance, he's got to get Jones on the ground.
But yeah, I mean that's Cormier's game plan.
But here's the thing, though. I'm gonna stick with the champ because he's a champ. But I think Daniel, he has the ability, wrestling wise and strength wise, and I've seen him fight bigger men and get inside. If he can do it to John Jones, he is a true threat. The only person I thought was really a true threat to John Jones was Gustafson and Rampage.
Yeah.
I have not seen nobody. I have never thought anybody else had a shot. But I think he has a legitimate shot. And Rampage did the best, actually, defensive-wise, but he just never got no offense going.
Right.
What did you think about that decision in John Jones-Gustafson fight? A lot of people are saying that Gustafson got robbed.
You know what? I could have saw it going either way. I mean, I think it was a true test to him because that was the only man that was his size difference.
Yeah.
So I thought Gustin did a hell of a job, and if he would have got the belt, I wouldn't have argued with it at all. I think you could. It was just like the Hendricks and GSP and Hendricks and Robbie Lawler first fight. I think all those fights could have gone either way.
Yeah,
because I think like when Hendricks fought GSP, I mean GSP was a champ, it's my favorite fighter. I think it could have went either way, and if they would have given it to Hendricks, I wouldn't have been mad. So I think that's why when Hendricks fought Lawler the first time, I think Lawler really won.
Yeah.
But they gave it to Hendricks. I felt that they robbed him with the GSP, and then I felt they made it up this time, gave it to Lawler when they robbed him the first time with Hendricks. So
yeah, that takedown in the 5th round by Hendricks, I think, really sealed the deal for him.
You know what? I hate the whole takedown rule because it's bogus. Because if you take somebody down, you gotta
do something.
Establish true dominance and do something. Like I get wrestlers like Pena took me on the whole first round. I got up and I looked the same as I do now.
Yeah.
I neutralized all of his offense, but when I had a little limited space, I capitalized on it. When he got up off the ground, his eye was split and his nose was busted.
Right.
Yeah.
I got up and I looked perfectly fine. So I'm just saying, you got to actually do so. You take him down. What's the point? If I push you down 100 times and you sock me in my face 50 and my face is all busted up and your butt sore, who won?
Right.
Who really won?
Right.
So, like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, and we saw that in the last Hendricks Lawler fight. I mean, Hendricks would try to get him down, and he would just sit there and milk the clock and didn't do anything.
Yeah, that, to me, that doesn't count.
Judges,
for nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're not. This is a fight. This isn't a tackling drill.
Yeah, for sure. The one thing I like about Daniel Cormier, I mean, his wrestling ability. I mean, he went 3 rounds with Dan Henderson, ended up submitting him in the 3rd round. And Henderson's a Olympic Greco-Roman wrestler too. So, I mean, he can wrestle with the best of them. I mean, Cormier, he's an Olympic wrestler himself, 2-time Olympic wrestler. So that's what makes to me this matchup pretty intriguing because Jones' takedown defense is pretty good too. So, you know, and Cormier's ground and pound's good. I mean, Jones just does some weird stuff all over the octagon. You know, spinning back kicks, flying leap, spinning back fist, that elbows that can just destroy someone. Which I'm up in the air about this fight. I guess he's going either way. Really, to tell you the truth,
I'm gonna stick with LaRue on this one. You're the champion until somebody takes you down, and I don't think it's going to happen tonight. I think it'll be a great fight. I think Jones will take it.
I'd be highly surprised if I saw a knockout in this fight.
Yeah.
If one of these dudes got knocked out, I would be surprised. I think it's gonna go 5. But I think that'd be a good one.
It's gonna be a battle.
I'd be more if it ends early. I would say it'd be by submission, if anything. But to see one get knocked out, I'd be highly surprised. I would love to see it though.
Yeah. And then the co-main is pretty good too. Donald Cerrone versus Miles Fury. That's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
Cerrone is one of my favorite fighters to watch. He's tall, and he just does he can knock you out in many ways. I mean, head kicks and his fists are really good and everything. But Jury's undefeated, and he's more of a technical fighter altogether.
Right.
So that fight's going to be pretty good too. And I mean, Cerrone's been on fire. He's fought 4 fights last year, and he won all 4. So he's a stud.
Cerrone throws a lot of punches too.
Yeah,
he throws a lot of punches. There's no wasting time.
He's also pretty good on the ground too. I mean, he can submit you and I mean knock you out anyway. So Cerrone's he's ranked number 4, and I think if he can beat Miles Jury, you know, the division is so stacked. I mean, he was still Rafael Dos Anjos is in that division as well. You know, I mean, Cerrone could be in that mix for a title shot. My personal opinion there.
Now, sticking with you mentioned Rampage. Rumor has it he's going back to UFC.
Yeah, he
signed.
Did he sign?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is just like yesterday or something.
No, it was a couple weeks ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know about Bellator, man. I mean, to be honest with you, the only reason why I watched Bellator before was because you were in it. But I don't know about Rampage. I don't know if he's got the old Rampage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, that one punch knocked out, done.
I think he has it, but he got so dependent on it.
Yeah.
That after a while, like, he just, okay, you know, if you could just dodge his right hand, you'd be okay.
Right.
But when he goes back to, like, actually legitimately striking and using his boxing and his jab, he actually looks very good.
Uh-huh.
But I think after a while, he just got dependent on throwing that right hand, so I'm just catch you, that knock you out. But everybody, okay, I'll just keep ducking, and you won't catch me. So that's why I think screw Rampage over. But if he can get back to boxing and actually using a whole strike offense instead of just trying to depend on that right hand, just throw the right hand when you get time to do it.
Right.
I think Rampage is still there.
Do you think he'll ever have a belt again?
If he comes in and he can display the old Rampage and actually put together an offense and some combos instead of just a damn right hand, I think he could. Because I mean, people I see, I could see him fighting Glover again, even Bader again. I don't ever see another Shogun. I think Shogun's pretty. I mean, he could fight Shogun, but I think he'd knock Shogun out. I see. I could see him getting back up there. I can see him fighting any Glover, Bader, Teixeira, even Evans again. I can see him fighting any of those four.
Rumble Johnson.
And Johnson too. I mean, that would be a banger right there.
Yeah, it would. That'd be a fun fight.
So getting into the it's RPA, the new league, the league for UFC.
Oh, RFA.
RFA, thank you. RPG. Anyway, I'm thinking of a business model. Anyway, if you can get into UFC, I mean, what would that mean for you as far as your career goes? Say that you're a UFC fighter, because technically, if you get into RFA, you're in UFC. It's just like the minor leagues, like you said. So, I mean, what would that mean to you to get a contract to fight in UFC?
I mean that'd be huge. I mean, there's people now in the UFC. I think I'd love to fight Don Strong. I'd love to fight fucking Rafael Dos. I think I could beat any of those dudes. But I mean, it'd be a tremendous step, and it'd be a true challenge. I mean, I'd take every fight serious. Every fight, no matter if I know I'm gonna beat them or if I think there's supposed to be a serious threat. I treat everybody the same. But it'd be tremendous, man. I'd love to do that. I love to be there and get on the stage and truly test my skills against some of these guys I think I could beat. Now
you've got a son, right? You got a couple. You got three. Jesus, I don't even want only one dog, and you got 3 kids. What is it that they know about it, or do they understand exactly what Daddy does?
Yeah. See, my 2 oldest boys, they grew up when I was playing football a lot, so they like to play football. But I know what? I just got them started going in no-gi classes. So they're doing submissions and stuff. It's fun. I walk by the window and I see my oldest the other day. He was wrestling with some kid, and all of a sudden I see him throw him in an arm bar. It kind of made me proud because it was
that's my
cool.
boy.
It's kind of cool. It was surprising. It's cool. So I like it. My youngest one, like sometimes I don't have a babysitter, so I take him to the gym with me, but he's just all into it. He knows exactly where the gloves are. One time he stole Bader's headgear and we couldn't find it for like 2 months. But he'll put the gloves on. We'll be right in the middle of sparring. He'll run right on the mat and start throwing punches. Like, little man, you got to stay over here. But, I mean, it's cool to see him because they're all kind of in the same thing. I mean, my 2 oldest, they go outside and they get in fights all the time. Like, these 2 little dudes. So it's cool because they like football and they like fighting. So it's kind of like
they're going to be tough.
Same footsteps. So I mean, I think it's cool. Like I would not be opposed to if they all want to fight.
And a lot of misconceptions. I know there's probably some people say, yeah, but you teach your kids just to fight, and that's not the right. There's a lot of discipline involved in this stuff.
Yeah,
a lot of discipline, a lot of training.
But I never teach my kids to fight. I mean, I teach my kids if they hit you, you hit them back.
Absolutely.
And like they go to school,
with a golf club,
they'll get in trouble at school. I'm like, they hit them first. Well, that's their fault. Don't hit my son if they don't want to send him back. He should tell. No, he shouldn't tell. If they hit him back. I mean, if I don't want to be hit, I'm not going to walk up to somebody and hit them. If I hit somebody, I expect them to turn around and slap me back. That's my fault.
Yeah.
So it's like I teach my kids, don't be bullies, but if somebody wants to bully you, you step up for yourself and you teach them a lesson. So next time they'll leave you alone.
Absolutely, man. We are live in the ivetx.com studios with LaRue Burley, and we'll be right back. We're going to start talking some football. We'll be right back after this break.
The Vetraplex Handyman Construction and Landscape business is the opportunity you've been waiting for. The Vetraplex is your gateway to an affordable startup business with 0% financing for qualifying owners. By owning a Vetraplex franchise, you will be hiring veterans, providing them both income and opportunity, while at the same time providing your customers a way to say, thank you for your service to our nation's veterans. For more information, visit vetraplex.org. Again, that's vetraplex.org or call 928-284-2022.
Breaker, 19. How about that bandit? You got some ears on, son?
Have you ever wanted to be a truck driver? If so, pay attention. If not, Pay attention anyway. Southwest Truck Driver Training offers everything you need to get started. You can get hired before you begin training. They've got GI Bill approved training facilities, day, night, or weekend programs to fit your busy schedule. If you have any questions, no sweat. They've got veteran supportive campuses with veterans on staff to serve you. And on top of that, they have lifetime job placement assistance. Put the pedal to the metal. Call Southwest Truck Driver Training today.
Everyone's going to need an attorney at some point in their life. I'm no different. Hey everyone, it's James from Vets On. Whether it was my last will and testament before deployment or my ongoing custody battle for my children during my divorce, I needed help, so I lawyered up. If you need help, I urge you to contact Capstrom Law Firm. Capstrom Law Firm in Springfield, Missouri services clients throughout the state in criminal law, personal injury, and family law. With over 13 years practicing law, Tom Capstrom understands both law and court procedures and how stressful they can be. Let Tom Capstrom Law Firm and his dedicated staff take the stress and worry out of a difficult situation by calling him today. We feel so strong about the work that Tom and his staff are doing that he'll be a monthly guest on the show. Tom is a veteran and a listener, for God's sake, so you know the guy is solid and will fight for you. Give Tom a call today by calling 417-864-0552 or email Tom at capstromlaw.com. And don't forget to tell him that Vets On sent you.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertising.
If you or someone you know is looking for a new job or career, you need to visit the pros. National Career Fairs at ncfairs.com. National Career Fairs hosts over 300 career fairs a year nationwide. The events are free and give you the perfect chance to meet some of the top employers in your area face-to-face. To find the nearest career fair to you, visit ncfairs.com. Again, that's ncfairs.com. What are you waiting for?
Wash the soil of your life away. Trapped beneath the tide. Out to sea today. 'Cause when you feel like it is over,
And we're back. You're listening to JD's Rockin' Sports here at the iVetX.com studios on the Vets On Media Network. LaRue Burley's in the house, as always. And it's always great to have you in the studio, man. We definitely appreciate it. The last time you were here, we did our picks for the season. Mm-hmm. And, well, you know what? I picked the Saints to win the South, so I really can't say anything. Give me real quick. Give me your overall assessment of your Falcons right now. What are they? What's the first thing that pops in your head when I say what do they need?
I say we're about 3 coaches short from being in the Super Bowl.
I was gonna say a coach.
We're 3 coaches short. We're a head coach, offensive coordinator, and a defense coordinator from being in the Super Bowl.
What would it be like if Rob Ryan goes to be defensive coordinator in Atlanta?
I'll shoot myself. He didn't do nothing in the Saints. He ain't gonna do nothing.
But he did.
I'll take Rex Ryan, but Rob Ryan, you can keep him.
What if you got both of them?
You can't do that. You're like, you talk to one of them, and one of the players is like, "I just talked to you, coach." It's like, no, that's my brother.
No, because the hairdo's definitely different.
They have to wear like buttons of different colors on their shirts at all time.
But as a head coach on the Jets, Rex Ryan, I couldn't stand him, but a lot of people are overlooking and they're judging him just on his head coaching ability. There's a lot of great coordinators that turn out to be bad coaches.
I would love to have John Gruden as my head coach in Atlanta. I need a good offensive coordinator because Atlanta's offense, there's no damn reason why you should be getting stopped anytime.
That's because Dirk Cutter was your offensive coordinator.
That's what I'm saying. How do you not? Atlanta, and I would say that Chicago has the 2 most potent offenses in NFL, but they cannot score.
Yep, I'll agree with that.
How do you just ridiculous receivers, and you have good tailbacks or decent Atlanta has decent tailbacks that get the job done.
Yeah,
they have like 3 of them that are all good that can get the job done, but you cannot score on offense half the time. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. You're not. The routes the route concepts are stupid.
In Atlanta's defense, They had a lot of injuries with the receivers, man.
Well,
I don't think there was ever a week when both of them were 100%.
But even still, you still got. I mean, even Julio Jones at 70% is better than half of the receivers in the league.
No, I agree with that.
So it's like it's ridiculous, especially like with Harry Douglas, who came into his own when they both were hurt last year, and he's proved himself that he could be a legit receiver.
Now you still like Ryan at the quarterback position?
Yeah, I like him at the
Matty Ice. Yeah,
he's good. I mean, he played like shit in the Panthers game. Excuse my language. I mean,
sorry, we're not.
I'm the biggest Falcons fan ever, but I mean, I'm the realest person. I'll tell you, my team they suck. That game, they didn't even show up. I am my oldest boy because he's Carolina because he loves Cam Newton. Yeah, this little dude. Shut up, boy.
Let me ask you a question, LaRue, because I didn't watch a lot of Falcons games, but the games I did watch, I thought maybe Julio Jones' injury was in his head. Did you think that at all? Like he didn't come back and play all the way, or he was trying to come back too early, or what do you think was up? Back off the injury.
He came back and he was balling. He was doing real well off the injury, but then I think he hurt something else.
Yeah, then he got hurt again.
Yeah.
So that was my thing. Like, like the easiest thing when you're a fighter, you've been hurt and you kind of play through it. Then you put more strain on maybe your right knee because your left knee's hurt. Mm-hmm. Do you think maybe that happened or?
No, I just think he was just a little banged up. Cause like I can't remember what game it was. One game, the man had like 200-something receiving yards.
Oh, it was like week 12. I think
and
it was.
They pulled him out in the fourth quarter, and we wound up losing. But you could see it on his face. He wanted to come back in, but he was just too banged up.
Yeah.
But that's when the offensive coordinator needs to step up, adjust his game plan, and get some route concepts to free up Douglas and Roddy White. I mean, there's no reason you're calling these single route concepts, and you got the tight end. You got two men running out in route. What are we in, Pop Warner?
Well, and what about your tight end? I mean, you lost Tony Gonzalez, arguably the greatest tight end of all time. Who did you have to replace him?
I mean, the dude from Stanford, I can't even pronounce his name, but he's a big tight end. He's a big target. He's actually decent. He's good. I mean, he's not a Gonzalez by any means, but he could be a legitimate tight end. But you have three solid receivers, and you have Devin Hester, who showed some plays where he has the ability to go. He still can go.
Yeah.
You got to be able to use those guys. I mean, the route concepts were terrible where they weren't crossing. They weren't singling them out. They were just like, okay, you want to go, and then you want to post on the other side. It's like you got nothing to separate them. That's easy coverage.
Yeah.
It's like, especially when you're playing cover two, this safety takes that fade, and this one jumps on that post.
You think maybe you'd have Harry Douglas underneath or something? Is that what you're saying? Because
you lost some crossing routes. You got to get something to complement the other route, and they didn't really have it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, there is an offensive coordinator that will be leaving their team this year. I guarantee Josh McDaniels is gone from the Patriots because
why?
Because of the need for a head coach that is offensive minded. He did it in Denver. He did okay in Denver. He took the team to the playoffs in Denver. But
I think that was Tebow.
Yeah, he had Tim Tebow to deal with. Now, if he has a quarterback like Matt Ryan, you see what he does with Brady.
I mean, is he scheduled for any interviews?
Honestly, they're talking
I would love to
San Francisco, Oakland, and I haven't heard Atlanta yet. But Atlanta is like the newest fire. So I mean,
I'd love to take I would rather have a strong defense of head coach that's like John Gruden to take over the defense and hire Josh McDaniels, somebody just to be an offensive coordinator. I think that would work better.
He won't leave the Patriots to keep the same job.
So you're saying you want Rex Ryan as your head coach and you want Mark Trestman as your offensive
coordinator? Hell no. If that's the case, then I'll take Josh McDaniels as my head coach for the offense, and I'll take Rex Ryan just for defense.
There you go.
If I can get a John Gruden to be a head coach and be
you'd have to pay him like $15 million a year.
I think Gruden's relaxed now. He's got Gruden's quarterback camp.
He's so entertaining to watch.
Exactly. He doesn't have to deal with
Spider Wide too.
Head coach. Yeah, he ain't got to deal with no pressure. And I'm sure his pay is either the same or about not more.
I love it when he
sit back and just be a commentator and do the.
I just love him on that QB thing. He'll be talking to quarterbacks like, okay, no, on this video, okay, we see you drop back. Now, what are you thinking when you're throwing that right there? When you've got the safety right here, it's like, what are you thinking?
I just like when he throws out the terminology real fast. It's bam, 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 all fast. Spider 2Y banana.
Spider 2. Can you
There's
imagine?
like 5 more things to that too, though.
Yeah, but can you imagine being the quarterback and listen to him in his ear? All right, now we're gonna run the Spider 2Y banana. Coach, we just ran that play 3 times in a row. Now we're gonna run Spider 2Y banana. Spider 2Y banana.
No, it's like way longer. It's like Spider 2Y banana X Jet 15. It's like there's like 30 things in there. You're like,
but the thing is they know these plays.
Well, yeah, I mean each one is like a sec, like some's for the line.
No, exactly, because I was a tight end in high school.
Z's a certain wide receiver. Y is a certain wide receiver.
At a certain spot, I would cut off because I can remember in high school because I was a tight end.
Yeah.
When we would give the play, I just listened to exactly what I know for my coverage. If I was need to go down to get a linebacker, if I'm staying in front of the defensive end, and after I figured out what I needed to, I just completely blanked it out. I was like, okay, I just need to hit the linebacker. I don't care what else.
Learn your part.
I don't care what X, Y, and
you're not going to be down the field, or else it's a penalty.
Yeah,
right. I didn't just play one side. I played both sides. I played safety and I played tight end because I was too big, so they wanted me on the line to block, but I had enough speed to where they wanted me to play safety. So I laid people out because I didn't know how to properly hit. So all I knew, my body 6'2" launch. That's it. That's how I took people out, and I aimed for here or above. Take them out. So, and I did that. I cracked my collarbone twice in the same season. I cracked my right collarbone on a play up the middle. It was a goal line play. Dove, hit the fullback, it stopped him. Cracked my right collarbone. I was out 6 weeks. Came back on a similar play. Cracked my left collarbone.
Jeez,
it's all about who gets lower.
Healed that up. Joined the army. So today's matchups, we get a game in about a couple hours here, about 3 hours. The Cardinals are on the road at the 7-8-1 aforementioned Carolina Panthers. LaRue, let's start with you on this one, man. What are you looking at in this game? Who do you got?
I got these guys as being a joke. They both need to go home and sit down because you're not going to make it very far. I'm going to have to stick with – oh, my God, it's a terrible game. I'm gonna have to stick with. I can't even say
here. I'll tell you.
I guess I'll stick with the home team because it's Cardinals. But I mean, I don't have very much. It's not that they're a bad team. I just don't have faith in Ryan Lindley. And in Carolina, they haven't been playing real well at all.
Their defense has.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'll stick with them.
Their defense came back
because Carolina, they're
a streaky team, kind of.
Well, and that's what I'm talking about because the Super Bowl champion is usually one that streaks into the playoffs, and they've won 4 in a row. I'm not saying Carolina's going to win, but they're where you need to be right now.
Well, after we do the picks, I will tell you my Super Bowl. I'll tell you my Super Bowl.
All right. So you got Arizona.
I'm gonna go with the home. I like Cardinals. I'll stick with the home team.
Let's go with Aaron.
Cardinals. I mean, I think a lot of people are bagging on them, and I watched every snap. And last week, a lot of guys took plays off. They rested Larry Foote because they were anticipating that they were going to play on Saturday. So they already rested their captain on D, their quarterback on D. Their cornerbacks look like they took plays off. They're old. I'm okay with that. I don't think you were going to beat the Niner anyway. Cromartie is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was half of them are old.
We just don't got no tailbacks on quarterback.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is Lindley, if he plays okay, I think they got a shot. I don't think the Panthers are that far and away the best team out there. But I think I agree with you, LaRue, that whoever wins this game is going home next week. So.
Joel?
I'm going Carolina. You mentioned it. They won 4 in a row coming in. They're hot right now. Cardinals are going with third string quarterback. So, I'm going to go with Carolina at home.
Brent?
I want the Cardinals, but I think Carolina is going to win. But the only way I see Arizona winning is if Arizona's defense wins it for them. If Lindley can get the ball to them in field goal range, that I expect more field goals than Lindley going down the field and attacking. So the only way I see Arizona winning is if the defense wins it for them. But unfortunately, I got Carolina winning.
I've got Carolina because if I look at the matchups and I look at the Cardinals' defense against the Carolina Panthers' offense, I think that's a wash right there. I think that the Panthers' offense will probably put up 14 to 17 points. But I think that's going to be enough because when you look at the matchup on the other side with Ryan Lindley against that defense, against Luke Kuechly in that defense.
Oh, Kuechly's going to be all over the place today.
The scales tip way on the side of the Panthers when you talk about that. So I'm taking the home team. And Aaron, you talk about it all the time when the West Coast team has to travel to the East. You know,
a little different in the playoffs, though.
Right, but it's still. I mean, it's a playoff atmosphere. I don't think Lindley's going to be able to handle it. Well, you're giving the ball to this kid who's only got less than a handful of games under him in the pros, and you're telling him to go win you a playoff game against what's been for the last 3 years one of the most dominating defenses in the NFL.
Not only that, he just threw his first touchdown last week.
He threw 2 last week.
I'm saying he just threw his touchdowns last week.
What I'm looking at, first off, my prime matchup right now is Kelvin Benjamin against Peterson. I think that's going to be a great matchup, but I think Benjamin can take him. I think Benjamin's he's bigger.
He's a big guy, but he's not fast enough.
I don't think he has to be to get position because Peterson wins a lot because he can jam on the line.
But they can also
Benjamin's not the type that's not going to let you jam him on the line.
I don't even know if they'll put Peterson. They might want to put Cromartie because
if they do that, he will burn him.
But see, JD, when he does bump on the line and he does create that pressure, even if someone gets behind him, Peterson's fast enough and quick enough to get back.
Here's the X factor.
I think the X factor would be more Greg Olsen.
I was going to say that's exactly what I was going to say.
You're both wrong. The X factor is it's going to be raining all game. It's already raining now,
and so it's going to be a defensive game.
I know, and that's why I like the Cardinals.
You got a dome team playing in bad weather.
It's both teams have great D. That's the thing.
I think the X factor then, if the rain would come down to Cam Newton, the Cardinals can.
Yeah, because he can run.
The thing with that though is I think they're going to do what they've been doing with. And they didn't do it the past 2 weeks. Is Buchanan their safety? Mm-hmm. He's a little undersized to be a linebacker, but that's what he played in college. And so what they do is they bring him up to be like a floating linebacker and spy. So he just stands there and all he does.
They drafted from.
That's a hammer.
He's a safety.
He's a safety, but he's more like a linebacker.
Yeah,
he plays down. He plays down.
Buchanan.
The Adrian Wilson dude.
And what they'll do is they'll spy Cam Newton with him. So all his job is just to follow Cam Newton, so they don't get.
I don't think they can afford to do that.
I think you can.
I think they can.
I think Larry Foote's going to have his hands full trying to contain Newton because he's not as fast. I think that job's going to be on Foote.
I think, like you said, but really, I think if it comes down to X factor or the quarterbacks.
Yeah,
because the Cardinals don't have a run game. I'm sorry. Even if they had Ellington, I'm not a big Ellington fan. I think he sucks.
They do have power runners though,
but if can Lindley make the right reads and throw the ball, and then can the Cardinals defense stop Cam Newton when
it's going to be raining? It's going to be loud. You got a badass defense on the other side of the ball against no experience at all.
I think it'll be a better game than people are giving it credit for because it's going to be fairly evenly matched.
We'll say it'll be a better game than everybody giving it credit for, but.
I think
they're not going to go very far. They're not going to go far.
It'll be,
and I'm saying this. I'm wearing my Cardinal Nike shirt to wish them luck, but
you're covering it up
because it's freaking cold in here. So yeah, I've got the Panthers. The Panthers are going to take this one. Tonight's game, great game, rivalry game, division rivalry game, playoff game. Ravens at Steelers. This is football
in the rain too.
This is football. This is hardcore.
I didn't know JD's Rockin' Sports had a weatherman, but thank you, Aaron.
I'll put on a bikini and get in front of the board for you if you'd like.
You will not do that.
Let the listeners see it.
Oh my God. That's a bad image.
We're supposed to be helping the soldiers overseas, man. You just well, then again, it's been a while since a lot of them seen women, so.
we have a big prison.
Don't ask, don't tell. So. All right, so Ravens at Steelers. Now Bell is not playing tonight.
Oh, he's
not? Did sign Ben Tate though.
I think they signed Tate.
I thought he went to the Vikings.
They cut him.
They cut him
for week 17.
Yeah, Bell is not playing tonight.
That's what I thought.
I mean, and LeGarrette Blount is laughing his ass.
Think about that. You complain, so you get booted out of Cleveland. You go to Minnesota. You complain again, get booted out of there, and now you're in the playoffs. So just mouth off.
Same thing for Blount.
Yeah,
for LeGarrette Blount. They booted him off the Steelers. He turns around and now he's with the number 1 seed.
Next
he gets
time,
to take a week off. This is his second time with the Patriots.
But his different with him. Blunt is actually. I mean, Ben Tate's a good running back too. But
who would you rather have, Blount or Tate?
I know Blunt personally. Well, not like that. I played basketball with him a few times. He's a cool dude, so I take Blunt because I don't know Ben Tate like that. But he was a cool dude. He needs to get his big ass down there and post up shooting threes. But
outstanding. So, all right, let's go around the table. Ravens, Steelers. Who you got? Joe Flacco.
It's Pittsburgh at home
against Pittsburgh too.
You know what?
In the Heinz Field.
I'm gonna take. I wanted to take. Man, I want to go with Steelers, but without Bell, I don't know if they're gonna have a good enough running game. So, and Forsett has been doing very well.
They got Brown, but how good is the passing attack going to be
without that running game?
Weather?
I think I think the Steelers have been so potent this year because of that running game. Bell has really came into his own and done a hell of a job. I mean, he's one of the top backs in the league this year. If he's not playing, that's one less thing you have to worry about. You can focus on that pass.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Who they got? Who do they have as the backup?
Ben Tate. Did you say he signed Ben Tate?
It's Tate, but it's somebody else too.
Yeah, they have another. He didn't get a lot of carries.
Exactly. So with that being said, and
maybe he's fresh.
Yeah, being fresh, but that's something you don't worry about.
But you're still forgetting the fact that they still have a 2-time Super Bowl champion quarterback.
They do, but you don't have that running game that's been there all season. That has now been taken out and replaced with something you don't know. So
that's true.
If I'm on the other side of the defense, like when you were coaching, if you knew I wasn't playing, you don't have to worry about the pass game.
I was taking the day off if you were playing. I didn't worry about
it. So I'm saying, like, we're not. If he's not playing, then that's one as a defensive mind coach. I'm like, okay, well,
you can coach towards it.
Yeah, I'll coach more to shutting down that star receiver.
All right, so
I don't have to worry about that running back.
Who do you got?
I guess I'm going to go with the Ravens because they have a run game so far.
They do. They got all right, Aaron, who you got?
If Bell was playing, I would go with the Steelers.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go.
So Ravens, Bell's out. He's got the Ravens. Who you got?
Joel, what were they this season?
1-1.
For what?
So they are. This is the third match.
Head to head. But they did it with Bell. They had Bell during that victory.
I'm taking the Steelers. I think it's not the who's the back. I think it's the blocking. They brought in Mike Munchak, who was a great offensive lineman in his time for the Oilers, but then he was a coach in Tennessee. Now he's their offensive line coach. And I think they've turned a lot of those guys around, including DeCastro, who they took from Stanford. And so I think they're blocking on the lines a lot better. So I think they're going to be fine no matter who's back there running. And just the experience. I know the Ravens have a Super Bowl recently, but Roethlisberger's got 2. So I'll take that experience and I'll take the home field. I think it's going to be close, another close game, but that home field will be a lot for them.
Joe,
I'm going Steelers as well. Steelers have won 4 in a row too. I know Bell's not there. Ben Tate's no pushover. If he could learn,
close his mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he only knows like 6 plays probably.
Right. They have I think their backup was Dre Archer.
Yeah, there you go,
right?
Dre Archer. Yeah.
So, so it's going to be in Roethlisberger's hand, and I think Steelers are going to pull it off, being at home.
Brent,
I've actually got Pittsburgh. They play it. Unfortunately, even with bad teams, like they play to their competition level the entire season. But this is a big game for them. And LaRue made a really good point with the running game. But I still feel like they're going to show up today and they're going to find a way to somehow pull it off. I think it's going to be probably a game decided by less than 10 points.
I hate the Steelers.
Of course you do.
You're afraid of them?
No, it's just I'm tired. At one point, that's all we saw. Now granted, when the Patriots played them in the playoffs, they always beat them. So, and usually when they beat the Steelers, they went to the Super Bowl and won. So maybe it's a good thing that the Steelers are in the playoffs again. But I hate the Steelers because that's now my ex-girlfriend's favorite team. So
I kind of want to see Blunt against the Steelers in the playoffs.
I do too, but that's not the game we're talking about right now. First off, I got to give some props.
Got to win first.
I got to give some major props to Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Because he kicked a punter?
No. Because Sanders went to Denver. You know, he went and played for the Hall of Famer Peyton Manning, which honestly, if I had the option to go play for, I'd go play with him too. But the Steelers were in dire need of a wide receiver after he left. I mean, they had questions all over the place on who was going to be the receiver that stepped up, who was going to lead the team, and whatnot. Brown said he had like almost 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. That's a hell of a season. That's a legit number one receiver. You still got Heath Miller, who's still playing all right. On the other side, you got the resurgence of Steve Smith Sr. Yeah, it actually says that on his jersey now, Smith Sr. Man.
And
then they still have Forsett. I'm still not sold on Joe Flacco. As long as he's been in the league, I'm just not sold on him.
You mean Joe Cool?
I'll go the way I usually go in tough picks, and just go with the home team, man. Just go with the home team. Heinz Field, bad weather. Any game in Heinz Field with bad weather is hard to pick.
Yeah.
It's going to be a defensive game, and it's going to come down to field goals. And you can't kick field goals over like 35 yards in Heinz Field because of the weather patterns, which our weatherman would show you. I'm taking the Steelers.
I won't say it's weather. I'll say Sean Sweezum is a terrible kicker. That's a problem.
All right, we'll go with that. Yeah, he is. He is. When it comes to so it's battle of the kickers. I'm taking the Steelers. So let's go ahead and let's take a break. We'll be right back after these short messages from those that help us pay the bills.
At some point in life. I'm no different. Hey everyone, it's James from Vets On. Whether it was my last will and testament before deployment or my ongoing custody battle for my children during my divorce, I needed help, so I lawyered up. If you need help, I urge you to contact Capstrom Law Firm. Capstrom Law Firm in Springfield, Missouri services clients throughout the state in criminal law, personal injury,